Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Institutional Price Action Trading IPAT. Today we are going to see one more intraday strategy which is called Inside Bar Trading Strategy. We are also going to look the elements of this strategy where we are going to use one live scanner to identify the inside bar. We are also going to use the multiple time frame analysis to help us to exit and enter on 1 minute time frame. We are also going to see some of the backtesting or live examples, and we will draw out the conclusion like this strategy will be 50 to 65% accuracy. First element of this strategy is pattern identification. Pattern identification means inside bar pattern identification. So inside bar is nothing but a bar which is contained within the boundary of the previous candle. So as you can see on the screen, the first two candles, these two candles are a pattern of inside bar because high and low of the second candle is completely within high and low of the previous candle. Same thing has happened in this bar as well, where the boundary of second bar has been contained within the range of first bar. This is called as a inside bar. Second element of this strategy is pattern identification time frame. So we are going to use the 15 minutes of time frame to identify the inside bar pattern. First thing that we are going to do is we are going to change the time frame from any of the selected time frame to 15 minutes time frame. Third element is time to enter. Since we are using the 15 minutes of the time frame, so we will wait for first two candles formation. So each candle will take 15 minutes, that corresponds to 30 minutes of the morning session. So we are going to find the entry and exit after first 30 minutes only. We are going to use the live scanner to identify the inside bar pattern on the 15 minutes of time frame. For that, I have created one strategy on Chartink platform. I will share this link into the description box below. So after 9:45 AM, you have to come here, open this scanner and click on run scan. So you will get a list of stocks where there will be a inside bar pattern on the first two candles. After we get the list of stocks, we will pick one stock at a time. Like in this case, it is a Wipro, and we will go to our trading terminal and we will load this script. So once this script is loaded, we will mark the high and low of the inside bar. In this case, it is this one. We can use three types of entry methods for this one. So first type of entry will be the high and low of this inside bar. So once high of this candle is break, we will going to enter and we will keep the stop loss at the low of this candle, and we will take around 1:1 or 1:2 risk to reward. We are also going to see one another very optimized entry strategy on 1 minute time frame at the end of this video. So be there and watch this video without skipping this video. If I mark the entry and the exit for this type of entry, then my entry will be at the high of this candle, my stop loss will be the low of this candle, and my 50% of position will be squared off at 1:1 risk to reward, and next 50% will be squared up at 1:2 raised to reward. So within very short period of time, we can get a very good risk to reward for the intraday strategy. We are also going to look one more method for entry type, which is a type 3 entry, which is a very optimized entry, and that will be on 1 minute time frame, which can give us the risk to reward vary from 1:5 to 1:10 or 1:20 as well. Second type of entry method will be marking the high and low of the mother candle and not the inside bar candle. So once we mark the high and low of the mother candle, we are going to enter when high or low of mother candle is broken. So in this case, we are going to enter onto the short position at this point, and we are going to put our stop loss at the high of this candle, and we will try to manage our risk to reward with 1:2 or 1:3 as well. So overall, we entered into the short position at the low of this candle. We put the high of this candle as a stop loss, and the rule that we are going to follow is square of 50% of position at 1:1 target and square of next 50% at 1:2 target. It depends on the choice of the trader whether if he or she wants to trail her stop loss or his stop loss, then he can surely does that one and can achieve a more risk to reward than which can be shown on the screen. Now we are going to see the third type, and which is a very optimized version of trading this inside bar. Before going into the details, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe this channel and enjoy the quality content, and it will surely help you to improve your trading skills going forward. So entry type third will be having a different elements into it. We will look at one element at a time. So first element is mark high and low of the inside bar. We will mark the high and low of the inside bar. So in this case, this is the mother candle and this is the inside bar or inside candle. So the high of this candle is here. We will give the name it as high. And we will also mark the low of this candle. That's it. Second element is wait for close above or below 1 minute time frame. Let's understand this on the chart itself. Earlier we have marked the high and low of the inside bar on 15 minutes time frame. Now we will shift our time frame to 1 minute chart, and on 1 minute we will wait for this range to break. That means the range of inside bar to break, and we will wait for that signal candle. In this case, the signal candle is this one, which is not only breaking the high or low of this inside bar range, but it is also closing outside of this range. So this is the signal bar. Please note, I am talking about closing outside of the range and not faking out of the range. Sometimes few of the candles will be like they will go outside of this range, but they will close inside here. So that is not a valid setup. We need a proper close on 1 minute time frame outside of this inside bar range. Our entry will be above or below the signal candle. Let's look at this onto the chart. Once the signal candle is formed, which close outside of this range of high and low of the inside bar, we will mark the high and low of the signal candle like this one, and we will enter at the low of this candle, and we will also see where to put our stop loss. So our entry will be triggered once low of this signal candle is break for the short side. Fourth element, which is the most important element while trading, is where to put our stop loss, because stop loss is going to give us a good risk to reward ratio. So for stop loss, I have around three methods. So first one will be swing high or low, or high or low of the signal candle, or we can also add one more point, that is high or low of inside bar candle. So let's see this on the charts. We will see different types of putting the stop loss order for this entry methods. So first one will be high of this signal candle. So what we will do, we will enter at the low of this candle for the short position. We will keep our stop loss few points above this high of this signal candle, and we will manage our risk to reward at least 1:3 or 1:4 or 1:5. The second method to put the stop loss is swing high or swing low. For that purpose, you have to identify the previous price action. So in this case, it will be like this one. This is swing low, this is high, low, high, low, lower high, lower low. So if I'm going to enter at this point, my previous swing low, swing high will be this one. So instead of putting our stop loss at this point, I can shift my stop loss to the previous high for the short position at this point, and then I will manage my risk to reward. The third approach to put the stop loss is, instead of marking these swings, what we will do, we will enter at the low of this signal bar, and we will put our initial stop loss at the high of this inside bar, and accordingly we will manage our stop loss or risk to reward. Last thing is risk to reward minimum 1:3 or 1:5. As I have promised you, like at the end of this video, we are going to see one optimized strategy, which is multiple time frame analysis strategy, on where entry has been taken on 1 minute. We will see risk to reward as 1:3 or 1:5 minimum. What we are going to do is, we are going to enter at the low of this signal candle, and we will put our stop loss just few points above the high of this signal candle, and we will take minimum 1:3 risk to reward, which is very much achievable if we are going to use this multiple time frame inside bar strategy. And we can also extend our risk to reward to almost 1:5. So this is the power of this intraday strategy. We will going to look some of the examples as well. So the one example that we saw for Petronet, it is the latest example. So we are going to follow the same guidelines. We are going to shift on the 15 minutes of time frame. Then we will mark the high and low of the inside bar. Then we will shift our time frame to 1 minute. Now we will wait for signal candle to form. Signal candle is the candle which closes outside the range of this inside bar, which is this one. Then we will enter at the low of this candle for short positions, and then we will keep our stop loss here, and we will take around 1:3 to 1:5 risk to reward in this way. In our scanner, the first script that we got is Wipro. Let's look at this into our trading terminal. So I have loaded the Wipro chart for the 15 minutes. This is the inside bar. I will mark the high and low of this inside bar. Then I will shift to 1 minute time frame and I will try to identify the signal candle. So in this case, the signal candle has been formed outside of the high of this candle. So I will initiate the buy position at the high of this candle. I will put the stop loss at the low of this candle, and I will go for at least 1:3 risk to reward, which is achieved within a short period of time. Third stock is BPCL. Let's load it into our trading terminal. So I have loaded 15 minutes chart of BPCL. I will mark high and low of the inside bar. Then I will shift to 1 minute time frame. In this case, this is the candle which has closed outside of the range. So I will enter at the high of this candle. I will put the stop loss at the low, and I will try to go for 1:3 risk to reward, but in this case it has hit my stop loss, so I will exit there. Next stock is Bsoft. I have loaded 15 minutes chart for the Bsoft. This is the second bar, which is the inside bar. I will mark the high and low of this 15 minutes bar. I will go to 1 minute time frame and will identify the signal candle. So the signal candle is formed here. I will enter into the long position at the high of this candle. I will put the low of this candle as a stop loss, and I will go for 1:3 risk to reward, which has achieved in this case. Fifth stock is HDFC AMC. I have loaded 15 minutes chart. The same process I will follow. Will mark 15 minutes high and low of the inside bar. I will go to the 1 minute time frame and will try to identify the signal candle. So as you can see, the signal candle is formed over here, but can you notice one more point? Before forming this signal candle, is there any rejection from upside? Obviously yes. So in this case, I will try to avoid entering the long position at this point. I will rather wait for any candle like this one, which is a momentum candle, to come from the below range and then cross it and break this high. Then there were sideways positions happening till the afternoon range, but if we look at closely at the short side, I got one very interesting momentum candle which is breaking the low of the inside bar range. So what I will do, instead of entering long positions, if I do a little bit of adjustments, like instead of putting the stop loss at the high of this signal candle, the swing is very close. As I can see, this is the swing. So instead of putting the high stop loss at the high of this signal candle, if I put the stop loss at the swing high of the previous swing, then you can see with the little adjustment you would have got around 1:7 risk to reward ratio. I hope you like this strategy and you can backtest it on any stock index, and you can comment on this video like what enhancements I can make so that I can give you the quality content. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed a lot. Thank you so much.